Hey, Patrick.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, good. Everything is fine here.
All right, that's great. Yeah, I'm already kind of getting into the Christmas feeling. I'm super early, but I just thought, okay, if I'm walking outside, oh, I see Neil joining, Neil Peter.
Nice, perfect. Do you want to bring up the disclaimer or should I?
Hi, Neil Peter. And I'm not sure what's the first name, but yeah, I don't have the visual, so I think you should.
Okay, let me get it. Okay, but I agree as well. Like, I'm in the Christmas mood. I was just yesterday thinking about decorating.
Yeah, I had to. I already set up my Christmas tree, so that's why I also have my plant over here now,
Nice.
because of course I have to make some room. Are
Okay.
you able to do a screen share for that or?
Yep.
Okay,
I'm just opening the picture. Just give me one sec.
perfect.
All right, so just 1 second and then we can start on time. Okay.
So, if you have any questions, you can always ask them in the chat or just, unmute yourself. We're always happy to answer questions live. Today, we are going to talk about, yeah, actually mindset basically. But let's, start first with a little disclaimer. So,
All right, just disable me for screen sharing.
yeah. You should be able right now.
Okay, perfect. All right. So, can you see everybody?
Yes, I can see.
Okay, so before we start about our entrepreneurial journey and how to basically get the creative mindset and stay in the mindset of an online business and how to start it, we just want to make aware of the SFM Mentors all-in package, which you have basically, or you getting from us via email, social media, and wherever you came across about the SFM education. And we just want to make sure that all the results we were talking about and we previously and we also made ourselves are individual results that basically depends on your effort, how much you put into your business to get the same figures as we do and other members as well. Okay.
Perfect.
All right, just let me stop sharing and then we can go ahead. All right, perfect.
All right. Yes. So, you know, I was just thinking like we are all here for a reason, right? We're not just here to, of course, we're looking for inspiration. We want to make the best things out of our life. But then, why are we really here? Why are we coming to those webinars? Is we want to well, if you're here to start an online business, then I think it's important that actually everything is inside. So if you really want to move forward, you have to work on your mindset and think, maybe it's a good question, like, what beliefs do you have right now? And if you really think about it, what are your beliefs in towards entrepreneurship? I have to pronounce it that way, because I think, if you believe like, okay, I can totally do this, I have value to share, I can, make it work. Maybe I don't know yet what my product is or what my service will be, but in this stage, it doesn't really matter. As long as you already know, like, okay, I want to start an online business. I know that's the future. I know that I have skills and things to, yeah, that I can create something of valuable to others, and I just have to get the knowledge to, you know, leverage that, create a product, or, you know, even within the affiliate marketing model, you can use other person's products to sell online and earn a commission on that. But then you still need to have the mindset, like, you know, you want to create value, and as long as you're creating value, you'll be able to attract people. You can add value and basically, yeah, become successful online.
Exactly. And I always think about, you know, if you can dream it, you can believe it, and then you can achieve it. And this is something that a lot of people need to know when starting their online business, is that you can make it possible. You and I, we are ordinary people, and we reskilled ourselves. Personally, for those who don't know who I am, in Germany, I moved to Canada, and from Germany, and in Germany, I'm an occupational therapist, and I have never ever dealt with the online business industry. And I just had a dream to, you know, support myself better financially and also geographically. You just take my business wherever I want to. And that was basically my dream. And what I have believed in is that I can learn anything else that, you know, those people that you see online make their money, that I can do it myself. I just needed to know the skills. Which skills do I need, and what kind of mindset do I need? Because we always talk about an employee mindset and the entrepreneurial mindset. It's just, you are limited with an employee mindset. You know, you're just looking forward to the next day, and you're waiting until the weekend arrives. And yes, being an entrepreneur or being a boss for your own is a daily work, but you can make it so fun and so exciting, that you can just take your business wherever you are, and you just have it on your laptop. And I think this the shift right now through COVID, everyone realizes that, you know, you can work from home, you can work from the beach or wherever you are, and it's just so, you know, so flexible. And a lot of people are now starting to wake up, and I think realize that every person online is also a normal person.
Yeah, especially in during these times of in terms of COVID, you know, I mean, now there are a lot of people that are being laid off at work. They're looking for new ways to start an income, and you know, you now it's COVID, but I think next year and the year to come as well, the chances are very high people will be laid off from work. And then, and what's next? Do you want to become independent and, you know, do something that you really love? Because that's the beauty of entrepreneurship. I mean, there are things that are, of course, exciting. You can also think about it. Some people, they find it scary, but that's also a mindset, actually, if you think about it. But if you really want to stand up for yourself and really want to be free, then entrepreneurship is the only way. Because as long as you're an employee, it's what Bella said the last week on the e-commerce, the guest speaker that came for e-commerce last week. He said it as well, that you know, the only way to really become free is to become an entrepreneur. And if you are an entrepreneur, or if you're choosing for it, then online. Because of course, indeed, a traditional brick and mortar business will not be creating the freedom that we're actually looking for, because you cannot automate things and you cannot scale it. So that's the beauty of online business, of course. And then there are still other people that think, okay, well, I want to start an online business. That really sounds interesting, but then, you know, what are your beliefs behind it? Because if you think, okay, well, I need to be technical. Well, I'm not technical at all, Patrick. I think when you started, same for you.
No, not at all. And I was thinking the first time, 2018, when I started, I was just like, heck, you know, if I want to become an entrepreneur, I need my own products. I was so wrong. You don't have to do that at all. You don't have to have your own products. You just need to know how to leverage the internet, like you say.
Yeah, absolutely, indeed. And you know what's very interesting is that if you are experiencing a feeling of fear and you compare it with this feeling of excitement, then it's
Yeah.
actually the same. It's the same feeling, but it's your choice how you want to deal with it. If you look at the same situation and you're going to a roller coaster, just to make as an example, the roller coaster for one person it can be scary, and for the other person it can be, you know, super exciting. So it's just what are you telling yourself?
Exactly. And
What are you
what
choosing?
inspires me is that also Bella from last week as our guest speaker, he as a doctor is realizing that as well. And we still believe that doctor with his medical experience, you know, like a higher standard, um, that's what I think a lot of people still think, that, you know, doctors, they go through a lot of education, and they work towards their goal for 5 7 years. But even Bella is realizing that, you know, if you want to be free, you have to do the entrepreneurial journey just to be able to know how to work for yourself and not for somebody else, right?
Indeed. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah, and you know, if you really start to think, okay, what are my beliefs? And if I go back into my journey, in the beginning, I was really like, I made a major shift, you know, because from employee mindset to entrepreneurial mindset, that's really yeah, a journey on in itself. And I think that's also where you find your own personal growth, and there's a lot of beauty in it. Although if you are in the moment and you're realizing like, holy shit, I am really having, you know, a mirror effect, and being confronted with the fact that I'm having an entrepreneur an employee mindset, then it can be a bit confronting in the time. But as when you look back to it, there's actually a lot of beauty and growth in it.
It is, and the value lays in your journey.
Absolutely. Yeah,
Yeah.
indeed.
So whatever you experience, even if you are stuck and if you don't feel successful or if you haven't made a single penny, it's all about what you learn. And if you can share it with other people, and it's just not building a list and, you know, spamming other people with your products, it's sharing your experience and your journey and how you evolve yourself and how you learn and how you manage uh, to relearn and, you know, get new skills. That's all about it. I mean, that's what people want, and that's what people are looking for, literally online. um, you know, there's so much information outside on YouTube, but what we need is just a community and the guidance where you feel safe and where you can learn with others. And by sharing your experience, the people, you will attract the people that want to listen to you. And I think that's a really, really important point on that, that we don't have to, you know, go outside cold calling people, knock on their doors and say, hey, do you want to build an online business?
Mhm.
That's not the case. Like, we work with people that we want to work with and that we can align with and we feel related to. And I think that's just the beauty of nowadays, and that really makes it more fun and enjoyable.
Yeah, absolutely. Indeed. Yeah, and what I was thinking is, you know, we you need to start before you're ready. If you are waiting and waiting and waiting, you can be waiting forever, but you know, you'll never feel like, okay, now it's the best time. You know, it's never stops. It's just, you know, you have to take action. And if as long if you start taking action, then you'll find that suddenly the motivation and, you know, all these ideas, they start coming to you. I mean, if you are if you're saying like, okay, I want to start a blog, and you write an article, maybe you feel like, oh no, I need to write another blog post. But you know, when you just start and you have this idea and you start, and then all of a sudden after an hour you've got, whoa, I've got so many sentences. I already have 2 articles actually. So you know, and it's the same with you know, if I'm going to, yeah, I already used the example when doing my my housekeeping. You know, I'm never excited to do my housekeeping, but you know, when I start, then it's just like, okay, yeah, well, as I'm doing, I'm just, you know, I can keep continue now. I'm, you know, I'm in the mood, and then, you know, all of a sudden you find yourself, you know, at least one step further, and that's also how you climb a mountain. If you we can just move one step further every single day, then it's, you know, you always overestimate what you can do in one day, but you always underestimate, or people tend to underestimate what you do in a year, what you can achieve or do in a year. That's huge.
Definitely, definitely. And especially in our community, it's so inspiring to see other people just sharing their results. And also that keeps you pushing yourself towards your own goal. And I mean, there are two kind of ways how you can start. And a lot of people find themselves right now without a job, basically, you know, not knowing what to do, either applying to a different job or maybe, you know, going all in and creating their online business. I mean, then you have plenty of time to realize your goals and really work towards them. But other people also still have a job but want to get rid of it. And in that situation, it's just people realize that you can build your business next to your actual life and next to your actual job. When I started 2018, I was working still as a full-time employee and really had that dream going on. And I worked towards that. I worked every single evening, and because it was fun, it was fun sharing information and sharing my results with other people. That kept me going and pushing myself forward. And that's just, I think now people realize that yes, you can turn your experience into an online business because you have a voice, you can use it. In the digital world right now, everything is just, you know, secure. You don't, yes, you have the people that spam you with whatsoever, but they don't know better. The value really lays within your journey. And if you have skills, if you have experience, you can simply share it and you can make potential income out of it, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, another reason that people, they, you know, they often feel like, okay, I'm just going to wait, you know, there's this expression, one day is like no day at all, you know, and if you don't already need to have a product or a service, you can already start learning, and then, you know, the ideas will come to you, and then, you know, it starts with a vague idea, and then this idea will expand in a concrete
Exactly.
concrete, yeah,
Exactly.
concept. Yeah.
Hi
Hi
V for joining.
Victoria, nice to have you here as well.
Hello. Can you see me? Hello.
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 If you have
Nice.
questions, you can you're always free to drop.
Yes, okay. I will. Well, at the moment, I feel a little bit overwhelmed because even though all of what Patrick just said and yourself, it seems the picture seems to be a little bit blurred still to know how to get from nothing to, you know, to have a path, a vision, a roadmap really to get
Yeah.
to a situation where yeah, you can inspire fans to do the e-commerce. I mean, for me, I've got so many practical questions actually, how it works, for instance, you know, the very basic, the very um, how do you, yeah, how do you find a product, or how do you develop an idea? I mean, it's even though I thought about, you know, something, when I had a look on the net, I saw that thousands of people had already thought about it. So I think for me, the vision I have is that the market is already very saturated, and so you know, it's just a question on of how do you make your mark, how do you make, you know, your little niche, how do you present yourself as like a new refreshing product that nobody, you know, or somebody would like to try. It's yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
I
still
think
in this.
that's to really stand out. I think that's really the power of, you know, of marketing, but also if you have a niche, because for instance, I assume you're still with your idea of the um, how do you call it?
The herbs for the horses, right?
Yeah, the
That's right.
herb,
Yeah, natural. Yeah, back to
but
basic natural stuff. But I saw someone who is using Ayurvedic herbs, which I had thought about, but somebody has thought about it already. So it's just, yeah. How
But
can
that's
you be
okay. I mean,
innovative?
even though you find the similar or same idea online, that doesn't mean that
there's
the
not enough room
opportunity
for
is
you.
gone.
Yeah.
Exactly. You can become
Okay.
better. You can raise your voice in your own country. You can make yourself aware of or being the specialist in within your own area. I mean, there's billions of people online, and you can market to everyone online in the
Mm,
if you know how to use the online skills, and
mm.
that's the beauty of it. I mean, Lewis and I, we're not the only affiliate marketing consultants online, so there are thousands, millions of others that do the same like we do, but it's basically how to earn your own income. And
Yeah.
you don't need to be concerned about, hey, there's somebody else doing that as well. Just put your foot towards that first step, and you will see that you can establish something on your own.
All right. Well, that's comforting to hear.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's actually, yeah, like a limiting belief to think that, well, the market is saturated. I cannot stand out because indeed, you can always find something that you don't like from the competitor, maybe that you want to, address with your product, or you can create like a variation of a product that's still unique, and then you can be create your own islands still within a bigger market. Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you been
Okay.
through the modules already?
No, no, sorry.
Okay.
I haven't.
No, no problem, no problem. But just it's just that the modules are there for a reason. They make crystal clear aware of how you can basically get that creative mindset, and how you can start finding your own product, and how you basically find people that want to buy from you and
Mm,
eventually become your customers and clients. So we were previously speaking about that the value lays within your journey. And that basically means if you have a product which you can say that this is a product that has helped yourself, or maybe a friend of yours or other people, that's something that people want to know. It's
mm,
not about saying that, oh, my product is the best that you can find on the market. It's about
mhm.
how you use it, and what the result basically is of testimonials, people saying that it helped really well. And this is what basically creates you a following.
Mm. So yeah, I've read somewhere, or I heard somewhere, that actually creating a story around a product also helps people to make their minds about buying or trying the product or not. So are you a believer in that as well? So making like yeah, a little yeah, story about,
Yeah, absolutely. I today I shared an article on LinkedIn. It was that research showed that people, before they buy, they first need some connection, and that's if they really research it, that's even more important than your knowledge of your expert level. So people really
Mm.
like you. The likability is more important than the actual facts and the actual expertise, let's say.
All
So
right.
that's really where the story, the power of a story comes in, because if you create your brand and there's a nice story from, okay, why did you become an online entrepreneur, or why did you start your product, why did you what's the story behind it, and how do
Mhm.
you want to, what's your mission, how do you want to better the horse industry with your herbs and etc., and help others, then I think that's that will absolutely
Yeah. Mhm.
bring out
Yeah.
following online.
Yeah. So I'm sorry, I can't see if I'm the only one on the course, because I don't want to take the time from everyone.
We're here to
Um,
answer your questions.
okay, so assuming that, okay, I've got the combination of herbs, plants, and all that, and in my mind, and so where do I go next then? How does where do I bring this, idea, and who is going to find? Do I have to find the suppliers for the herbs? Do I have to mix them together myself, or how would there be some help, some people doing that for me? Do I need to do some experiments on other horses? Probably on mine, I suppose, to start with. But do I need to go through several steps of accrediting the products, not only on a scientific level, but also on just to prove that it works and it's not, fake, and I'm not going to kill anybody's horse. And so do I need to, sorry, you see me better like this actually. So how does that work from the concept to the final product, to how to put it on the market? Is it seems to me like a very, very long, arduous journey, and I wouldn't know where to start, to be really honest. So
did you maybe saw the last week's webinar on e-commerce with Bella?
No, I missed a couple of Mondays because I was busy. I couldn't attend it. So
yeah, okay.
Was it mentioned then?
Well, I think it's very interesting because he mentioned that, within the Import Experts program, they actually take you through all those
blueprint.
The question that you're asking, there's not a short answer to that because it's, a long. What they actually do is by using a challenge. For instance, he started that 2 years ago, I thought, and he said, well, in 3 months they were able to already have his first product in a packaging, etc., at his house. He was not yet selling it by then, but he was, and he's a doctor. So I think that's interesting because he had his supplements, and it was for, skin, how do you say it? Skin youth and skin, that's
okay. Yes.
And he also needed to test it on laboratories, and but that's because he wanted to get some accreditation, and he had been looking for laboratories to test his product, and then he got his product on the shelf, and now he's selling it, which is of course super nice, but it actually only took him 3 months. So to me,
oh wow, all right, okay,
I found it super easy and quick.
Wow.
But they're going through those modules, and that's actually that's what really takes you to the whole process that you already that they will tell you what you need to think of and how the structure needs to
I need to do my homework, really. Yeah.
And I think, it's easy to visualize that, it took him 3 months, but before that, he put in his work, means he did find a manufacturer in California, he told us last week, that, was willing to create his supplements. And by that, saying that it was just a matter of time on how fast he did find a manufacturer. And it's frustrating. You will find so many days that you feel like quitting. And I mean, I can sing a song about that. It just feels like sometimes overwhelming, but you have to keep on going. And one day you will find the right person who will be willing to produce your product for you. And that's you working together, and then you feel something you have achieved, and you hold your product, you feel it, you see it in front of your eyes, and that's the reward of all the work you do, right?
Yeah. So once you've got the product, do you need to advertise it? How, or do you use different platforms, or would you stick to only one? But I know I'm supposed to have listened to all the modules, so maybe this is not the right time to ask all those questions. But
well, indeed, I think that the modules, they answer indeed those questions, but the shorter answer would be indeed that you will have to learn the branding for your product, and then you'll start to find, okay, well, my audience is mostly located on this or that platform, or maybe you just want to write our blog articles about it, for instance, and attract people in that way. But there's also something, that you need to figure out for yourself. Okay, do you like writing or not? Because otherwise you can also create like demonstration videos, for instance, if you like that more. It depends a bit on your personal style, your personal preference, and what you feel like, okay, this is my style, because you have many ways that you can brand or marketing your products. So
to be honest, I think you are in the right mindset, but I think for my taste, I mean, it's all individual. For my taste, I think you are a little bit too far ahead. Because I really think you are motivated. You want to bring your product to people, and that you really want to establish something for yourself. But I think each step at a time. So first of all, make good notes about how you can market your product. Basically, what do people want from that product? Where are the people who would look for your product? And who are those people who would need that product? Questions like that, these build up on themselves until you get to the actual product that you then will publish. So I love your ambition. I love your way of thought. It's just each step at a time.
Yeah, I suppose so. But when I was in Belgium, I started some medical herbal studies, but that we're talking about over 20 years ago. Then my life changed, but I've always had this really big interest in the power of plants and the power of what nature can just, bring us like this, and the synergy between all the medical properties, all the molecules that a simple flower can bring versus, what is replicated chemically. It's a big interest in me. If I treat myself and my family and also my horses with, the same like-minded way, and sometimes I just go in nature with them, walking with them, and then I would pick up stuff like rose buds and rose hips and wild carrots, and which they love and they can't find in their fields. And it's just really interesting because it's I think horses, but sorry, I'm don't get me started on horses because I can bore everybody to death, but I think horses can be just I know they can be their own doctors. They know exactly what they need, and we're just there with all our products, our tubs, and then a little bit of this for arthritic joints, or a little bit of this for stomach upset, but actually you leave them free and they will roam about and pick exactly what they need, which is quite funny when you think of it. But so plants and the good use, and what nature has got to offer, and it's just like growing for free and often very overlooked. So voila. That's my
you've got a great idea there. So I really think you should give it some
give it a go.
Fire to
and don't be afraid of finding other people doing the same. As we said previously, you have an idea, you have your dream, and you have your product. Just find the people that you feel aligned with, and that will listen to you. And there's a lot of space for all of us in the market.
Okay.
So don't
all
worry.
Right. Okay. That's good to know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Hi, Vanessa. Awesome you're joining. I don't know if you have specific questions or not, but you're always free to share them.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that I didn't got the initial information, so I don't really know now what it was about or what I can put as a question.
Yeah, doesn't matter. Don't worry. Yeah.
Yeah, we will send out a recording so you can catch up anytime. And we were basically sharing about the entrepreneurial journey for both of us, Louis and I, at the beginning, saying that it's a proper mindset that you need to, get first before, doing anything else. And there's a lot of things that you can actually do online. And we oftentimes just feel overwhelmed and we do not know where to start, and that's pretty normal. And we are all ordinary people coming and living our lives, and we have all our passion, but yeah, we just want to, we have dreams, we want to believe it, we want to achieve it, things like that. There's a lot of opportunities online. And I think it was just we were starting out that mindset is the most powerful thing that you can have at the beginning, and the rest will follow, right, Louis?
Yeah, absolutely. I think if I can make a bold statement, I think mindset is already 80% of the work, because the rest is actually just, getting into action. And, what I was saying earlier, we can always wait, but you need to start before you're ready, because you'll never feel like, okay, this is the moment. You actually, if you just take one step ahead, then one step further becomes more clear, like, okay, I really know what my next step is. And then if you take that one next step, then you start to see, okay, well, the mist is going away, I can see my other next step. And then after a while, if you then look back, you see, oh, wow, I've made such a huge growth, I made such a nice journey. And yeah, I think that's really the mindset that you want to have to make it a huge success, actually. Yeah.
So I don't have the right mindset until now. I hope it's going to change, but I already started or followed like many courses and year programs to have the education and the background to go teaching and working with horses. Yeah, it seems 2013 that I have this degree. It's not a degree like in university, but okay. And I never really did something with it because I do have my university degree. So I just went to work and started to find my way in the general business. But then I had a burnout, and I found out that I'm doing things that I'm good at, but it's not the thing that's that has my passion. So now I'm starting again in my normal job, but I really feel that it's like an inner fight, and I cannot keep pushing it away. I have to do something with what I wanted to do for years. But it's difficult, and it's exactly what you say, like you have to have the right mindset, but there's also a little voice that's always telling me like you didn't work with all the horses, and you didn't learn everything, because there are many types of you have like dressage, and you have the western, you have so many different approaches, and well, I haven't studied them all. I haven't tried them all, so I can't really say what is the best way to work. And yeah, this is a bit the thing that kept me from going for what because I always think, who am I to say to tell someone else what they have to do?
Thanks a lot.
There's always somebody that knows less than you, and would love to have some help from you. So, and you can already then position yourself as an expert because you are one step ahead of somebody else, and you can help somebody out. Like, this is mindset, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So no
Yeah,
more.
I am changing that since a small year. Someone told me like you can already do so many things and you can still learn a lot, but there is already a lot of things that you can teach. So I was saying maybe yes.
it's also okay to choose like a sub niche within your niche. I mean, if you
Yeah.
say like I feel very comfortable with jumping or with voltige even, or with you know, dressage, for instance, then you can also focus on that. And if you say like, okay, I want to focus on starting equestrians, then you can also focus on that. But you can also say like, well, you know, there, it's what you feel comfortable with. And as long as you just start, then you start to see, okay, well, you maybe other people start to you start to attract other people. They will be asking, hey, can you maybe also help me with this, because you know, I'm a little different than what you're doing now, but they're still interested. And then you start broadening up, and then you'll see, you immediately you'll start to connect the dots when you are taking a step, when you're one step further. If you,
Yeah.
I hope it
And
makes
then you go with the flow and you just feel what is right for you and what not. Or
Yeah, I truly believe that intuition and what you're feeling is super important. If you, like with your burnout, for instance, I can relate to that as much, also a lot, actually, because, you know, I think I also did like a horse instructor's degree, etc. But also, you know, a university, and then, you know, I also went working in the corporate, and also was not a match. And it started, you know, I just missed the creativity. I missed the you know, the fulfillment, actually. And that's why I started an online business. And also, you know, to really, who do I really want to help? And like, for me, it's like I want to help people that are like in the same position. They want to, you know, fulfill their dream. They want to and then of course a lot of, like, the entire planet wants to fulfill their dream. But then if you have to pick a person or a niche, then I'm like, okay, I want to help specifically equestrians, because of course that's our passion and that's what we want to focus on. So we can relate to that a lot. And I think there's a lot more value in that than if you have then you can just help a random person, you know.
yeah.
So yeah.
But I will definitely take a look at the entire webinar, and then I can also maybe send. If I have questions, I can still ask them.
Sure.
So
Yeah, well, I
It's
think it's
just
important that you know, you just ask yourself, okay, what beliefs do you have that are holding you back? What are you thinking right now in your entrepreneurial journey for now? That's different for Victoria than for you, I think, Vanessa. And then really start to think, okay, why am I thinking this? Is it really true? Do I know that it's true? Or can I, you know, what would I need to change that? And if you just take one step ahead, you can also use like a pilot. You can test something, then you can, there are many ways to overcome that. And I think getting the knowledge is of course one of them, but also, you know, you need to find the confidence, and you already have everything in yourself. I mean, you got the knowledge, that counts for both of you. You know that, you know, herbs is helping, can help horses. So that's something that you know. So why are you then still having a limiting belief, if I may call it that way? I mean, then it's just, you know, I think it's something that you really want to work on with your mindset, and then, you know, it will start to clear up. And in general, if you feel uncomfortable with something, learning is always a good investment of your time, because as long, if you're learning something, then automatically you'll gain confidence. Okay, well, I've learned so much right now. I need to get into action, because otherwise, of course, it was a waste of time then. But, if you're learning in something, that's always a good investment. It's always a good investment of time.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
And important part is allow yourself to make mistakes, because otherwise you don't learn. I mean, I have made other 1,000 mistakes, but otherwise I wouldn't be here. This is the beauty of the journey, because otherwise, how will you eventually learn if you do everything right? You don't know how to react or deal with difficult situations, or how to overcome something, how to look something up that are not familiar with, new skills. Just be aware that it is not an easy journey, but it can be a wonderful journey if you really have people to talk to. That's why we are doing the webinars, and that you can just really embrace every tasks that you're facing and challenges. Yeah
Absolutely. And there are two ways that you can that helped me, at least when I was starting out, in shifting my mindset. And I don't know whether you've heard of them. It's maybe you have to be a bit open to that. But one thing is visualization, and the other thing is affirmations. So the interesting thing with visualizations is that if you think of something, and it's like when you're dreaming, the mind cannot separate what happened for real and what did not happen for real. So if you start to think about something and you think it over and over and over again, then all of a sudden it will feel like, okay, well, I can really do this, because you've thought it so many times. And it's weird if I say something like this, maybe, but if you're open to it and you would try it, then it's absolutely very helpful. And the same goes with affirmations. If you say some silly things maybe, but very important, like I am enough, I deserve to to help other people, I can help other people. I think that's nice to, if you do the exercise of what is really a limiting belief, what's holding me back from taking one step further, maybe try to write some affirmations, check and put a reminder in your phone and start up with them. Do a little 5 minutes of visualization of your affirmations, and I think in 1 month's time there will be already a huge shift in your energy only. And then if your energy starts to shift forward, then you start to behave differently, you start to take action, you start it's a circle, and it's not really tangible, but it's energy flowing. And I think that's absolutely, I believe in that, at least.
It's the law of attraction, I think, as well.
Absolutely. Also
no. It's nice to it's nice of you to mention it, because it works. You don't know how, but it works.
I will always find it very fascinating, to see how that can turn out. And those really small habits, some people, they will think it doesn't make so much difference, it's only 1 minute of every single day, but over a course of a year that can make a lot of difference. Even if you compare it with something tangible like food, if you eat one biscuit a day, in 1 year it can really make a difference of 10 kilos. So that's a lot, and that's only one biscuit, right? Of course, it's a biscuit with caramel. It's in Dutch you say stroopwafel, but I don't know what's.
I miss them.
I
We don't have it here in England.
No. So but those changes, really small changes, can really add up over time. So
I have seen the power of thoughts but in a negative way. So before the burnout and then the burnout, I was always thinking like, it's not enough, it's not enough, I'm not enough, I have to do more, I have to do more. And then you really believe that nothing is good enough. But it is interesting to change it in a positive direction, and I already started with that. I read a book. It's about finding happiness. I don't know anymore how she's called.
Byron Katie? No.
No, no, I don't know. But she's pretty known, an American person. Well, she also says that you have to be positive and you have to do these affirmations, and then if you repeat it every day, if you look in the mirror and you say, I'm enough, and just be happy, and then eventually you will become more happy. And so it's exactly
There's a super interesting and I think she was the best hypnotherapist in the world. She's called Marissa Peers, and she writes I am enough on her mirror. So every time she goes to the toilet, she sees it, or every time she goes to the bathroom, when she wakes up, she washes, you know, it's really nice. She just, with lipstick, it's even beautiful. But if you write it on your, you know, those small things, I've put a reminder in my phone 2 times a day, you know, like I am enough, I love myself, something like that, you know, and then you start to accept more who you are. And, you know, it sounds really silly, but it's really, you know, you always, when I see it, I have to smile, just instantly, only that, you know, yeah, that's really nice. And if you the interesting thing with fear, if you have thoughts of fear, it's actually the same feeling in your body than excitement. So if you really start to notice that, you know, there are people, also one person in the community, she has created a whole course on people that are afraid of speaking in public, because, you know, that's a thing. And she, you know, if just before going on stage, if you're constantly saying to yourself, oh no, I can't do this, I cannot do this, I'm afraid I cannot speak in public, I'm going to I'm not going to find my words, I'll lose my
Composure.
yeah, exactly. Then, you know, you start to, maybe you have to puke, or you just, you how do you say, you have a blackout, or, you know, it's, your body will block, basically. But if you start feeling like, okay, I'm feeling nervous, I'm starting to tremble, but, you know, that's because of excitement, because I'm so enthusiastic, I'm so, you know, thrilled of, you know, I can help all these people in this room, or in this yeah, in this classroom, then yeah, it's another type of energy that will start to flow, and you start to, you know, come out differently, a lot different than if you would be feeding those emotions of fear. So that's actually the thoughts that are, you know, creating your feelings, and then the feelings that will result in behavior, basically. So yeah. Louise Hay. Ah, yes.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
it works with horses as well, I think.
Sorry?
It works with horses as well, because they're just masters at feeling energy, and they've got a much bigger heart than us, and they can sense this electromagnetic field of, you know, feelings and all that. So even to the way we breathe and the way we walk and the way we talk, they can just sense if we are all right or not. So if you've got a very sensitive horse,
Yeah.
you'd better make up your mind, and, you know, before you go to the yard, say, like, I'm a good person, I'm super calm, I'm really good, and it works. So
Yeah.
even with horses, that works. It's amazing.
Yeah.
So there's so much to learn from them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's their sixth sense, right?
Yeah. No, they're amazing. They're just they're big teachers. There are nothing to learn with them. They need to learn to teach that. Sorry. we don't have to teach them anything. We need to learn from them, and it's fascinating. Just how to be. Just spend time with your horses in the field or anywhere else, and then you become a better person. That's what I think.
Horses are the best therapy.
Yeah. Oh, hard work, but
Yeah, true. Yeah,
That's
and also, sometimes it's a bit confronting because they will mirror you, of course. So if you have a
oh
bad
god,
day, then
big time.
yeah,
Time.
absolutely.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, it's a bit off topic, but I can relate.
yes.
Yeah, after 1 year I've been at home for 2 years with a burnout, and after 1 year I bought an Arabian mare, and she was never handled by humans, so she was very pure, but she was very nervous, scared, and very, very, very sensitive. Whilst I'll always have worked with fjords and more the cold-blooded types horses, so it was a big difference. But I was at home, and I just took all the time just to be there with her and give her the time to gain confidence in me, not by doing much, but really being there and trying to be mindful and relaxed. And then, yeah, it's amazing what kind of relationship or trust you can build on that. So, but okay.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's something that I could do because I was at home every day, all day. So
Yeah.
now it will change if I have to go back to work every day, but yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
At least you will have had that in your in your life, so that's wonderful.
Yeah.
Something you can cherish and remember and carry with you. So
Yeah.
that's good.
And also my goal was to never get real hustle or struggle or problems when I wanted to teach her something or do something together. I really wanted to build up from trust and relaxation and from both parts. And then from that point do something else. And then it's very interesting to see that if she has confidence and you can break everything in tiny pieces, that there is never a big problem or like behavior that escalates. It's very, very nice to see that there is a different way, but you do have to have a lot of patience and you have to change your own schedule. So not many people will do that, I think, but yeah, it's nice to know.
Yeah, and I think that's also very much the case for for us as humans, but also in business actually, because they will also what you will offer in value, that's also what you'll be returning. That's also like a mirror actually. If I don't know whether that's too far-fetched for now, but
Yeah.
What do you mean exactly? Like,
so we were saying that the horse will always resonate with the energy that you're feeling, right? So if you're anxious, the horse will react anxious. If you're feeling relaxed, the horse will also be. But if that's actually also for us as persons, if we talk to one another, if I'm stressed and I'm talking stress to someone, then I'll probably also create a stress reaction to the person that I'm talking to. And same goes in your business. If you are creating a lot of value, trying to help people, then they also will give you value back, basically. So that's actually what I'm trying to say, that in business is also what you give is what you get, basically. That's the quote, let's say. Yeah.
okay. So what I learned with the horse, I can apply in my startup. So maybe
It's
it
all
will
about
help.
manifestation. If you really believe in that, you can really create something incredible out of your experience and out of your knowledge. And don't limit yourself by thinking you're not enough. Like Lewis said earlier before, always keep yourself a reminder, say that you are enough, and no matter skills you have, you always evolve, you always learn, and you put those things on top of each other, and you will create something beautiful that you can be proud of. And everything starts from zero, right? You have to start somewhere, but by believing in yourself and having good thoughts and manifest your feelings, your positive feelings, it's really beautiful how to see how you embrace the whole journey and how you actually do things that you think before that there was never a thought that you possibly could do that, because you were limiting yourself. So always believe in yourself. And 3 weeks ago, I mentioned a book which is called The 5 Minute Rule by Mel Robbins. I don't know if you guys heard about that, but this book has helped me a lot when I started 2018. Basically, is that you count down from 5 to 1 and you just do things out of intention. You don't think about it too much, and you just keep on going. And you always feel that you can proceed in no matter state of mind you are right now. You just have to do it, and no matter negative or positive, you will either learn out of it or you will achieve something beautiful out of that. And it's a beautiful book. I only can recommend that. So it's good to read, and very positive. And
And
yeah,
how it's called? The 5?
uh, yeah, I just texted here,
Ah,
Mel
perfect.
Robbins, the 5 minute rule.
No, it's a 5-second rule, right?
The 5 second rule.
It's a 5 minutes.
5 minutes, you have enough time to think about it.
Yeah. No. Then you already, you can start to think, okay, is it yes, no, what should I do? No, 5 seconds, yeah.
Seconds.
Here you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where are you from? You work together, or no? What is the?
Yeah, I'm from Belgium, and Patrick is originally from Germany, but he lives in Canada. So Patrick and I, we're both hosting these webinars together.
Okay.
So that's the
Okay.
drill.
Yes.
Okay.
We both actually help equestrians and like-minded people, not only equestrians that want to build their own online business. We both started, or personally, I started 2018, and before the whole digital life came, actually because of COVID, into real life. And yeah, so we are here for any questions you guys have.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah, because I saw it. It's more with the internet and the online services to teach online and give value online, and not only in. But I will take my time. I will go through some mails. It's been very busy with starting again at work. So, but I was interested, so I thought I was going to follow already today, but that didn't work out. So I will take some time somewhere to take to go over the emails. Then I can
Yeah, I think
do
it's
this.
definitely the first things to watch those webinars. Also in the footer, there are some webinars that you can subscribe to as well, which are very interesting. Like, for instance, the 10K webinar. And I think it's important to go through all of those, because there's just so many options that you don't need to have already upfront this idea of, okay, well, it's I think it's just important that you go with an open mind, and then you see, okay, if this is something for you or not. So basically, you can start your online business with whatever that you like to do. And start from your passion. So I think that's the most important thing. If you already have a business idea, or you already have a passion, then you can start to think of different ideas of how you can create a product, or you don't need to create your own product. If you feel like, well, there are other products that I like to endorse, then you can choose to do so as well. So that's of course something else that you can think of. But I think for now it's not important to already have that decision in mind. I think it's just important to watch those courses basically, because then you'll get a better understanding, get knowledge, and to see and feel for yourself like, okay, this is something that resonates with me, and okay, this is something that resonates less with me. But then you can make an informed decision like how you want to move forward. And I think that's the most important thing. Just focus on one step ahead, and then from there on you can see what's the next most suitable step.
Okay. And
Exactly.
I can find it in the emails, or is it on a website, or?
In the emails, yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, so beside the webinar, Louis is mentioning, basically what we offer is the education, the basic and the foundation of how to create your own online business through the community which we are in. And this is how every one of us started, just to have a safe place, where everybody is the same and really start and learning, and we learn from other people all together. And it's just essential just to get through the modules, learn what the foundation is, and then you can pick your apples and you can choose your journey, right? So it's good to have a basic information first about the online world, how it works and what you can achieve, and then you choose your path. But never alone. You'll always be here in the community and share your thoughts. If you feel stuck, we are here to help you. And this is just the beauty of the SFM education that Louis and I are offering. Yeah.
I think it could be helpful that you don't have to do everything by yourself, and you can learn from each other and be supported in this journey. So it can be interesting. I will definitely take a look at everything, and then maybe we'll see each other again in a webinar.
Yeah, we'll do this webinar every single week, so
Oh.
you're always free to join. And I wanted to say something else. Yeah, but I find what you'll if you would want to start your journey towards entrepreneurship, I think it's very important to surround yourself with people that you can really ask questions to, that are already one step ahead. Because when I started out, for instance, I also was talking, for instance, with people in my direct environment, for instance, my parents or my partner or friends, but they are not entrepreneurs, so they can give you their answers based on their comfort zone, but in the end they'll be like, yeah, actually, I don't know, I feel uncomfortable. So you don't get a step further, you know what I'm saying? So, and that's really interesting that, we are here every single week to, if you have ideas, we can mastermind about them, we can brainstorm on them. So I think that's really powerful. And I think that there is a lot of power in that. That's basically what I wanted to say.
Okay.
Yeah, and within the community, we have so many different offers. We have a live meditation. If you are into meditation, if it helps you to manifest your goals, we have live meditation, I think bi-weekly, if I'm correct, that is going on, that you can sign up with, and it's all for free in the community. And other calls, like teaching calls, like how to set up your website, and or just masterminding, like what we do, talking with each other, facing our problems, just sharing the problems and just finding solutions. Maybe somebody else you're connecting with, because we are a worldwide community, we are connecting with people all over the countries. And maybe someone in Canada has a solution and someone in Belgium needs an answer. So that's what we're doing here right now. So this is the beauty of the community. And so we have a lot of more products that we within the community to feel free that check them out.
Okay.
Yeah, and also, yeah, of course, now with the COVID, we used to also have the live events, but of course now they are virtual because of COVID. But otherwise, there are I think at least 4 per year, I think. But then there are also like meetups, and for every country specific. So for instance, we have like a Dutch and Belgian community that are, at least they come together every month. And of course now due to COVID, it's a call again, but and I know in the UK, for instance, they also do that. They in Norway, in Sweden, they have in everywhere that they have like physical meetups again, also to just mastermind. And I think that's really interesting to really get a connection with other people that are like-minded basically, and that you can share your ideas with. Because also everyone, they have their specific strengths, or they can give you a specific insight that you think, well, I've actually already heard this before, but just because you use it with those words, then it starts to make more sense. It's always interesting to talk about your ideas with other like-minded people. So.
Yeah, and you become friends. So most of the people that I know like are really becoming good friends all over the world. And it's always like before COVID, like Louis mentioned, live events, you're just hugging each other and you're saying, hey, how are you? And it's really nice because you are in the same boat and you never feel alone.
Yeah, exactly.
But you don't offer, what do you offer as a business, and what is free? And because you said it's free, but I don't understand, what do you offer as a business?
Yeah. So we've got the all-in package basically, and the all-in package is actually the first month it is $99, and after that it's $97 per month. And just to know why it's a monthly subscription, because we've got a lot of it's called the all-in package because it covers really a lot. So if you you have everything in there. It consists of 7 modules, and there you really learn to set up your business completely. So you start to figure out, okay, what's my idea? What are the options? How can I really drill down my idea to a concrete form? Then, okay, you can start creating a website, how to create a website, how do I want to promote it? So first, all the different options to promote, and then you can really start doing it. And if you have the all-in package, then you also have access to all the communities that we were talking about, and then we have a lot of leaders or mentors within the all-in package actually that are sharing their ideas and their knowledge, for instance, with indeed the mindfulness the mindfulness training or webinar. And
if you want, I can share my screen and show you the dashboard, basically how it looks like, because there are simply modules that you're going through, and everything that we have covered, like from mindset to technical skills, you will basically are going through, and you learn step by step on how to build a good foundation. So just give me one moment. I just log into my account just to let you know, every one of us has that account, and Stuart, co-founder of the SFM Education, is basically the one who is teaching you all the skills that we have, been through as well, and how we ended up building up our own online business. So can you see it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is basically, if you sign up for the all-in package, you will get your own office. Your own office is the dashboard, which you can see here on the desktop, and you can see that you have getting started modules. Some of them are 100% complete. It depends on where you're going through. Louis and I I started 2018. Back then we had different modules, like they are getting updated no matter the market, how the market is evolving, and you will always be up to date. And I'm going, you know, here and there through different kind of modules. I've been through the education, but here and there, as I said, they are updating all the time. So you're going through module 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 7 modules that you're going through, and this is all the education that you're getting at the beginning, just to build a good foundation. That being said is, of course, it takes a lot of time and effort, but these are all video modules. If I'm going to click on start now, you have basically, you sit with a tea or with a coffee, and you just watch the modules themselves. And you are basically just going yeah, through each video at a time. And before you haven't finished a video, it won't allow you to basically move on, because we really want to make sure that you understood each step on its own. Then you just basically check up the check mark here, and you will be referred to the next video. So you don't have to be worried about.
Yes, sorry to interrupt, but some people, they are trying to, oh wait, he was missing. So some people, they are trying to race until the end, but you know, then you'll miss out some important key things. So that in order to avoid people from, you know, really missing important pieces, you know, that you always need to make sure that you check below that you've completed the step before you can move forward.
Yeah. So this is basically the modules that you're getting, and you will have then access to other learning courses. We have a partnership with LinkedIn. If you're familiar with LinkedIn, we have over 1,000 courses that you can watch on how to market on Instagram, on Facebook, or no matter which platform you're most likely to use, or e-commerce, like it's a whole variety of, and yeah, this is how you basically have your own home office. Going back to the dashboard, you will also see then, I'm just going to show you in a second, it needs to load a little bit.
The LinkedIn, not a lot of people know it, but LinkedIn, of course, it's a social media platform, but they also have a very huge model, and it's called LinkedIn Learning. And within those learning, it's actually a paid program, but it's included in the all-in package again. So within the LinkedIn, you have access to a lot of, and also, you know, really on all topics that you can think of, there are courses in there that you get access to. So.
Exactly, and you can always plug into the community that will basically refer you to the Mentors platform. The Mentors platform is just an extension of the SFM training module. You will connect with other like-minded people all around the world, and get access to you know, so many courses, and this is all within the all-in package. And with $97 a month, continuing just to be a member, is that you will never lose all of the modules. You can always look them up. You will get a lifetime access to the community. So you are covered basically for the basic foundation. Of course, there are other products and higher products. It depends on which way you want to market yourself. I chose the affiliate marketing. In affiliate marketing, you basically promote other people's products. For instance, I do also equestrian products, which I you know, promote to other people, and that's basically affiliate marketing. And you have high-end products, which you will learn on different modules, but that's too far away. That's basically the all-in package we are talking about now, that you get everything that you're looking for needed in one place.
Okay,
Yeah.
but so I studied marketing and economics. So
Mhm.
Same here.
I'm wondering because I thought it was more or primarily on how to build an online business, but more like really make like videos that you sell online, and not just to make how do you make your business, or is it, you see what I mean, the difference? Like what I see now, it's like you're helping people to just start up and how to go through marketing and how to do their website, but it's not that my idea was that you did most more specifically like online businesses,
There's
like
another the selling on the start, yeah, from scratch, the selling system. I don't know what's the exact name. It's in the Mentors platform, but I think maybe that I should start screen sharing. And I don't know if you know what I mean, Patrick.
Start building a business from scratch.
Mhm.
The course, yeah, we have it in the Mentors platform. Basically, it's how you create your own product from scratch, or your own online business. If you have a consultant business, you
It's
can
more targeted for a niche as well. So if you really
yeah.
have a niche that you want to focus on. But Vanessa, if I think it's important that you just watch those videos, because it will be
yes,
explained also there what you can expect, and I think that's the best. That's still the best way to see, okay, if this is what you're looking for or not.
yes, yes. Yeah, because now I'm asking questions and maybe they are all answered in these webinars as well. So, but thank you for this time, and I will definitely look everything up, and then I will see what will happen. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
it literally takes time. Like, don't feel overwhelmed. Everybody here, it's just a process that you're going through, because you know, when I started, I felt like, you know, a ton of information going towards me, and I think like, oh shoot, is it really something that I wanted to do? And am I really able to do that? Can I relearn the skills? And it's just one step at a time.
That's where the mindset comes back into place, right?
Yeah.
Just focus on one step at a time. See what feels good, and follow what your feeling is telling you. I think that's the most important. The most important to
Yeah,
focus on.
that's definitely what I will remember from this webinar tonight. And so yes, positivity, mindset, and yeah, keep the momentum. Yeah.
Exactly.
Exactly.
All
Okay.
right, then I think we can start to wrap up. I don't know. I also see Lara join, but if she has specific questions, then I think it's time to mention those. If she doesn't have questions, you can type it into the chat or just come out, because otherwise, then I think we can start to wrap up for this session today. And you're always free to join us next week again, of course. So.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much to you both, and have a good evening.
You're
Yeah,
welcome. You too.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you
See
for
you.
you.
joining, guys.
Good evening.
Yes.
Good evening.
Bye-bye. Bye.
Bye.